Transitioning after my yawn. Um, I had two brackets, but it seems like we're having at least the last couple months. We've at least have one bracket a month at this point, and the bracket for this month is similar to the one we did a couple podcasts ago, but instead of just TV characters, it's animated characters. So these are the best 8 that I could come up with.
Since 1995, keep that in mind.
Well, I actually meant to just say kind of all
Oh,
time.
okay.
I didn't really mean to because I used the same format. I just didn't change the title.
Okay, I got you. You just changed it. I got you now.
Yeah. But this one may be a little bit harder than our last one. Not that it wasn't that easy. But yeah, I made another bracket, and this one, some are well-known characters. Many of them are. Some of them are just my personal favorite characters, and I was putting the list together, so I get to put who's in here. So that's kind of my thinking.
Fair
enough.
Yes. I accept these terms.
There we go. Accepted. So again, like last time, the number 1 seed is Homer Simpson.
Of course.
Yeah.
He is taking on Kevin Murphy, who maybe not a lot of people have heard of, but from F for Family, that is on Netflix. Then we've got SpongeBob SquarePants taking on Bender from Futurama. God damn it. Stop getting out of there. Peter Griffin versus Rick from Rick and Morty. Eric Cartman versus Bob from Bob's Burgers. So,
alrighty. Well,
going back to that first one, this is kind of the easy one just because
unanimous.
It's easily going to be Homer.
I'll put it this way, unfortunately, so good news and bad news. The bad news is I don't know who Kevin Murphy is. The good news is this is the only character on this bracket who I don't know. So, but even if I knew him, unanimous. It's always unanimous.
Yeah. Kevin's just on that show, just one of my favorites. It's just revolving.
All right.
That, so
next one. That was quick and easy.
Going down, we got SpongeBob versus Bender, which for me is a little bit harder because SpongeBob, like Homer in terms of animated characters, is probably the most iconic. I know it's a children's program, or the other ones are more adult and everything, but he is generally since 98, 99 been one of the most iconic cartoon characters. And Bender, again, from the creators of The Simpsons, is one of the better characters of a show that I always thought was kind of underappreciated kind of thing. Underrated. I always kind of liked drama. And Bender for that show was always my favorite on that. So for me, I'm going to need a second here to kind of think about this. But at the moment, I think I may be just leaning a little bit more towards SpongeBob. I could see people going either way on this one because Bender is just so kind of iconic, and that he's just not so much out there, but he's the out there kind of character in that show. He's even though he runs on alcohol, he smokes cigars all the time. He's just essentially partying, but has these feelings and everything. He wants to kill all humans, but he wants to be liked by everyone, but hates everyone too.
Naturally. Sounds like being an adult.
Exactly.
I don't know either. I guess I would have to go SpongeBob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't watch Futurama that much. I do know the show and I do like it. But yeah, I mean, these guys, you guys got the iconic cartoon character from 25 years ago, 27 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that one too. I was like, really? But
if it was 1999, 1998.
Yeah.
It's 27, 28 years ago. Was it? No, it wasn't.
Check your math again.
23.
Check your math again on that one.
23.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not good at math.
We've noticed. But anyway, so for me, I of course know the show. Futurama. I was like,
yeah, I was like, oh, he knows the show.
I was like, I know the show. I'm like, yeah, right. You know that one show from where that one character's from. No, for Futurama,
one show on that one network with the one character.
But anyway, so I know Bender. It's not my favorite show really at all, but I will say Bender is a very funny character, regardless of SpongeBob. 10 out of 10. Like you got to pick him every single time. Like although Futurama is not my favorite show really to watch, if it's like an absolutely like last resort, I guess I'll put it on. But I have other preferences. But one of the reasons why I actually can stand that show is because Bender is really funny. Mm-hmm. But overall, though, I would easily pick SpongeBob, though.
There you go. Other side. Moving to the other side of the bracket, where we've got Peter Griffin versus Rick from Rick and Morty.
Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
I love Rick and Morty. I love it. It's so good. But like, yeah, I gotta go Peter Griffin.
Yeah,
you have to. Just from the shenanigans and everything he gets into.
Exactly. Also, I'll put it this way: I can't stand the show Rick and Morty. I cannot stand that show, so I will always pick Family Guy.
Well, I can't stand you.
Thank you. Danny agrees it's a horrible show.
No, it's not. It's a great show.
It is a good show.
It's a good show.
Well, screw you, yes.
So,
screw you.
Well, it's currently a tie at the moment, so obviously comment below of who's right on this sense.
We are.
We are also on the podcast as well. We got majority, so we win.
Yeah, so we win.
Suck it, Jeff.
Yeah.
Kevin Wimmer, all right, jeez. Anyway, moving on. Jerk.
Next one. jerk face.
Welcome back, jerk face. All right.
Going down now, the last one of this round. Eric Cartman taking on Bob from Bob's Burgers. For me, I'm saying Eric Cartman.
Cartman.
Yeah.
Too easy. Also, that's another thing. I feel like I'm going to get yelled a lot. I'm not, but I've seen a few episodes of Bob's Burgers. It's also not a show that I enjoyed that much at all.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it either.
Same here.
I think it's okay. It's just
okay, cool.
Everyone, there's like this really
at least I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Like this really devoted like fan base to it, and it just never really something that it really stuck to me. Like I've seen episodes here and there, but I just never really stuck it out.
For all right, cool. At least I'm not the only one. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it.
All right, cool. But anyway, yeah, Cartman all the way.
This side's gonna be a lot harder because you got Homer versus SpongeBob. You got two icons,
and then on the other side, you have Peter Griffin against Cartman. So that's just as tough.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof, oof, oof.
At first, I thought it was gonna be super easy, but now it's freaking difficult now.
I know who's gonna win it all, but for me, but yeah.
Okay.
So like,
again, just like we said on the last one, I guess I'll start this side up. I'm saying Homer. I know they're both iconic, but again, Homer is the most iconic TV dad, animated dad. Even Peter, in a way, is kind of based off of Homer. A lot of even like Bob's Burgers, those ones that are dedicated towards like a family and everything. You have that dad that's so like kind of out there and everything, and he was the first, really. And he's the most iconic on that front. And that's why I say him. Whereas SpongeBob, yeah, he's iconic. He's childish. He's kind of adultish. You don't really know. He's out there. He's just trying to have a good time. But I just got to go with Homer on this one.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
the slight.
I
give this. See, I think this one maybe would have been better as like a finalist, like the final.
Yeah.
But I think you got to give a slight edge to Homer.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So to the other side now, Cartman and Peter, and all right.
The way you said that. All right, go on. Ignore me.
All right.
Trying to.
It's kind of hard though. There's an annoying buzzing sound coming from your side there, Babs.
Buzzing.
Really?
It's an annoying sound overall. Anyway.
Okay. Okay, you just should have stopped. You should just stop and not said anything.
All right, fine. I'll go. I'll put myself in timeout. Let me know when I can come back.
You can't.
You can't. God.
Well, too late. All right. Anyway, let's just
Cartman and Peter. Getting back on track here.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. I will start to go Peter. I think he's more quotable.
Peter, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Peter.
Yeah, he's saying Peter.
I think Peter is more quotable, and I think just also the shenanigans he gets into on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Although Peter is probably more quotable, I'm actually going to go Cartman here because for Peter, he's basically like the other version of Homer Simpson, except he has even less of a filter than Homer. But for Cartman, though, how often
he's got even less of a filter?
Yes, he's got even less of a filter, but he's a child, so it's like
yes,
yes, and that's what makes it more funny. But although he's like the typical,
he's the child, but in both these cases, there are people that are going to say the thing that you're not supposed to say. You know how you have that inner thought. You're like, I don't want to. I'm not going to say this out loud.
Yeah.
You're going to say it to like close friends because you're close friends and they know you. But if you're like in person or you see the person, you're saying it to yourself because you're not going to say it out loud and get chewed out.
And then
like
Cartman just doesn't care. He will say that.
He will say it. Yes. And so would Peter in that sense. But Peter will show remorse where Cartman won't as much.
And at times, Cartman can be pure evil.
Yes, he can.
So but that's
why he had kids' parents killed.
And then it's chilly. Oh God, that freaking episode! But no, but for Cartman though, I will say he kind of set the standard not only extremely high, but he just set the standard for those kind of characters, like not only like unfiltered, but like obviously there's a bit of Homer and also Peter Griffin, but at the same time it's like the kid version of that, which you don't often.
Can you set the standard though if you're not first?
No, Homer set the standard, and then the standard changed as time went on. These characters that we have right now, the three of them, Homer, Peter, and Eric, and Cartman,
fair enough.
all in a sense have gone past the time and everything, especially when you see more.
It went basically on Homer, Family Guy. It went basically went Simpsons, Family Guy,
South Park.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I take my statement, but you get the idea of where I was going with that for the most part. But
in terms of Cartman, and that all of them kind of have their boundaries, but Cartman more so touches that boundary more than I'd say these other characters do, because the other ones know more so what that boundary is.
Yeah, I agree. So you're going with Eric? You're going Cartman?
I'm going Cartman on that one.
Going Cartman.
Now we have Cartman versus Homer.
I also on Peter's sense too. Family Guy also kind of.
Homer is going. He's going for a two-peat.
He did two-peat. Yeah. I mean, I like Cartman as a character, but like again, we literally just said a second ago the standard is
he did set the standard, so
he said
so he got the back-to-back champ.
Yeah, he's the back-to-back champ. Which again, when you're on for 30 plus years. It's just going to happen.
It's
There's a
kinda
reason
hard
why
not
you're
to
on
be.
for 30 years.